Hey ladies and gentlemen, it's Nijel here on Ignorant Gamers. Sorry it's been a while since my last video. You know it's the fall and you know what that means. School has officially started for me. But I will try to get videos out at least once a week, and you know, I'm gonna try to make that happen for y'all. But today I'm here to talk about Final Fantasy 15. Am I still hyped for this game? Let's take a moment to think. Game came out, was announced for 2006 along with the original Final Fantasy 13. In 2006, the game was known as Final Fantasy 13 Versus. It's 2014 now, and Final Fantasy 13 has been released in a total of 3 games, and we still haven't seen Versus, or as it's known now as Final Fantasy 15, when they announced that at last year's E3. At this year's E3, it was a no-show. But at this year's TGS, it was a show. Back to the original question. Am I hyped for this game? And the answer is, drumroll, yes, I am still hyped for this game. If you don't know me by now, I love JRPGs to death. I used to hate Final Fantasy because of the whole notion you spend like a good hour on a boss, about to kill it, hit you with that ultra move, you're dead. Start all over. But I have grown up and become a man, and I like that excitement in video games. So I feel like Final Fantasy 15 has a lot to prove, but I am along for the hype train. At TGS, I felt like they basically, I think they shitted on Say this because if you watch the original trailer, it looks great. There's a car, as you see, driving around. You got a party of 4. Animations look crisp. Here come the haters. That game looks pre-rendered. I don't think that was actual gameplay. What does Square do? They hold a release and they play the game live at TGS for the haters. Who does that? Square. And if you want to get your hands on the game, you might be in luck actually. As you may know, the other Final Fantasy game, Type 0, is getting a PlayStation 4 Xbox One remake. And if you buy the game, it comes along with a voucher for the demo of Final Fantasy 15. And they're saying that game is supposed to look and play better than it did at TGS. So I'm actually excited for that. I'm still PS4-less. I had to sell my first one to fix my car. But I was going to pick up the Destiny bundle. But I still think I might hold off because I would actually buy a Final Fantasy 15 bundle. About to get my gaming PC, so that's why I'm not in a rush. But I do feel like if Square pulls their cards right, they will get a lot of good positive feedback from fans and the industry. Because as some of y'all may know, some fear that the industry is dead. And one of the reasons is games like Final Fantasy 15 Versus, whatever you want to call it, for that reason. And also another curveball from the announcement is that the directors of the game were changed, if many of y'all do not know. The director was originally in charge of this and Kingdom Hearts 3, but now he's been pushed to just Kingdom Hearts 3, and the director of the remake for Type 0 is coming along to direct this game. So let's see how that goes. Maybe Square noticed that people actually are fiending for Kingdom Hearts 3, and they don't need a Versus Part 2 to happen, and they actually need Kingdom Hearts 3 to come out pretty soon. But that's just my opinions on Final Fantasy 15. Hopefully my expectations aren't hit hard. It's been good talking to you guys, and until next time, see ya.